But if you take Andy Wallace out of the equation, who finished second and third last year at this event? Max Angelelli in the 10 car, along with Wayne Taylor. Actually, in the second event, Wayne Taylor, Max Angelelli, and third, Elliott Forbes Robinson and Butch Leitzinger. Both of these teams know how to go fast around this racetrack. Calvin?
Down here with Bill Riley, who's trying to mastermind another victory here this afternoon for the 10 car. Look at the pace of the 4 car. Are you concerned right now, Bill?
Not really. Max just taking it easy and conserving until the end. Hopefully he'll be fresh enough at the end to just go ahead and pull away, we hope.
How's the tyre wear been? I know Wayne was a little bit concerned about it. You know, it's a bit of an unknown. Early days on these Hoosier tyres. How's it been looking when you pulled the tyres off today?
Not an issue. Tires are great.
All right, they're confident. They're looking for 2 in a row, Brian.
Max Angelelli taking it easy. And it's a combination of words that just don't seem to go together very well.
I guarantee they're telling Max that the 6 seconds he had in hand is now only 3. Now that time, Butch Leitzinger in traffic lost a lot of time right there.
He loses a lot there, but you know, we saw the pace that Angelelli was putting down early on, and is certainly backed up. And you wonder if that was traffic. You saw the 10 go out of the frame. There, the second Daytona prototype, the red and black Boss Snowplow number 4. Pontiac Crawford in the hands of Butch Leitzinger. He has closed the gap. It goes back and forth with traffic, but consistently he is gnawed away at Max Angelelli's lead. And you and I both know Max, he doesn't want to give up anything.
No, he does not. I'll tell you what, it was down to 2 seconds. It's back up to almost 3.5.
It's far from over here. Butch Leitzinger taking the fight to Max Angelelli. He's closed the gap to within 3 seconds. We'll see what he can do with it. Time running out here in Homestead. On board with Butch Leitzinger, you can now see Max Angelelli right in front of him. Traffic has played a huge factor in just the last lap. Angelelli caught in traffic. Leitzinger worked it a little bit better as they come through NASCAR 3 and 4 onto the front straightaway. The gap has narrowed from some 2.5 seconds a couple of laps ago to only 0.8 of a second now as Leitzinger catches traffic as he goes into 1.
Max Pappas was the one that got hurt the most by the traffic. He was right there on the back of Butch in the 66, but unfortunately the traffic, these 2 guys got through it. He didn't, so he's lost some ground. There's a piece of body work or something out there. Look, more traffic in front of the 10. It's going to come right down to it. We're under about 8 minutes to go.
You see several GT cars plus a slower DP car through there. Leitzinger sitting back there going, hold him up for me, guys. Hold him up just a little bit, but now Butch is going to have to deal with it as they go down the short straightaway. Big braking zone at the end.
Butch has been catching him in the right place. See, this is the right place. Get him up here where you're about to go onto the big banking. There's nothing to passing a GT car in the banking, but passing him in these corners like the 10's forced to do. He gets held up.
Up the inside, good move by Leitzinger. He gets through relatively cleanly, but so does Angelelli.
Now it's the big drag race. See who's got the top speed, who can get up to speed the quickest.
And you got to give a lot of credit to the guys in the GT class too, letting those guys through, getting out of the way. We saw the 81 Porsche move over. That has David Murray in it right now. He slid wide and let Leitzinger through.
It's just that distance. That's all there is right now. He's trying to get it down into turn 1 to get a little bit more. Just take a little bit more away each lap.
Butch going, come on, come on. I just need a little bit more traffic. The question is, can he do anything with him if he catches him, Dorsey? These guys running almost identical lap times. As you look at Angelelli, he looks so cool, but what's going on inside that helmet?
Traffic is such a potluck thing, and unfortunately for Angelelli, he's the first one to have to deal the card. He catches the cars first. He's got to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. Can't crash his car. Butch, on the other hand, when he gets to the same car, the car's just been passed already, so he knows that they're coming. And there is lap traffic up ahead.
Butch can see him right there, and he's got to walk that fine line. If he pushes too hard, we've talked about how difficult and how slick this racetrack is, especially this late in the going. A lot of sand, a lot of debris on the track. He can't push too hard. He knows he's clawing away at it, but time is running out. 104 laps completed out of 109.
Yeah, that didn't really hold him up too badly right there. That was, now we probably broke a little bit early. Let the Porsche be in there instead of trying to go side by side with him, trying to get the most he can out of that corner so he can run under this long bank NASCAR type over. There's your distance. It's not much.
You heard Bill Riley say earlier he's just taking it easy. The time to take it easy is long gone. on board the 01 with Scott Pruitt. Calvin, you've got more.
Yeah, we expected Scott to be challenged for the lead here at this stage of the race. I just spoke to Luis Diaz. He said Scott's had a misfire since he got in the car. That's why he's running in the top 5, but he's not battling out for the win today, guys.
He may not be battling out for the win, but what won these guys the championship last year was consistency. Back up front, look at Leitzinger closing.
Yeah, you saw him up all over the curb. That's the first time I've seen Butch use a curb. He'll use it from now on. They'll get every inch of this racetrack and put it underneath the car.
They're not going to leave anything on the table. They will run all over the curbs, in the dirt there out of that corner. Nothing being held back now. Leitzinger taking the battle to Angelelli.
There's the sun right in your eyes. You can see Max's face right there. Really hard to concentrate on finding your brake mark when you can't see anything.
But I thought the thing fascinating, you saw Angelelli's eyes coming in the brake zone. They never looked in the mirror. They never looked nervous. They didn't look behind him. Focused on the job ahead. He is focused on his job. The guys in his pits focused on the job that they have done today. They've said, it's all out of our hands now, Max. Take it to the finish. Take it to the checker for us.
Hey, the best man win. That's what it's all about. These guys laying it right on the line now. You got to do everything you can do. We have 3 laps.
9/10 of a second last time by. 3/10 of a second this time by. Only 3 to go.
And we have traffic that will be a factor sooner or later in this, as the racetrack's full of cars.
3 laps, 3/10 of a second. It's all come down to this. Leitzinger closing in on Angelelli and traffic in front.
He's right there. I mean, any mistake right now, any little balk that's a car getting in your way, or you mess up on a corner just a little bit and it's going to be over.
And there is no waiting. There is no laying back. You see the crew for Angelelli watching. If you get an opening now, you have to take it. You can't worry about how these cars draft around the racetrack, and traffic has held him up. Leitzinger making a shot.
Now remember last year, the last lap, the 2 lead cars took each other out, coming to the checker, and the third place car became the winner.
Jörg Burmeister may win this race because the battle is that close up front. Leitzinger trying to hold on to the back of that Pontiac Riley that's in front of him, but Angelelli having nothing to do with it.
Running out of options here, Butch. How are you going to come down to 2 to go this time? You're going to have to force the hand.
And
you're going to have to make it happen.
And it is a clear racetrack in front. As you look down the front straightaway, the sun setting. The Sun Trust crew looking on.
There he gets a little right there. Just gets a little bit right there. Uses the curb.
As we talked about last year, you saw Pappas and Magnussen beating each other with just a few laps to go. That handed the win to Andy Wallace. Leitzinger not close enough to get Angelelli right now, but he is certainly trying. Wayne Taylor looking on.
Now the Sun Trust car seems a little bit better on these tight corners. There's Bob Leitzinger, that's Butch's father, many-time champion himself. He knows about racing.
How do they sit there so calm and watch the battle that's going on? It looks like Angelelli has pulled out just a little bit, but the last time at the line, still 3/10 of a second.
Angelelli's better on the infield, no question about it. On the banking, it looks like the 4, a little bit better on top end, but we're too far apart, quite honestly, without a mistake being made this close to the end of the race. Looks like the 10's got the measure.
Leitzinger needs traffic. The problem is, they're in NASCAR 3 and 4. There is no slower traffic until we get to turn 1. White flag at the line this time. It'll be 1 to go. Leitzinger needs a miracle.
Yeah, he does. And right now, it's a clean racetrack in front of him, at least for quite a distance. There's no cars that they're going to have to contend with. That leaves them both just to be mano a mano. And I think the 10 car's a better car right now on the infield.
Well, we say he needs a miracle, but I can tell you, Butch Leitzinger will not quit the fight. He will take it all the way to the checkered flag. 2.3 miles around this Homestead Miami circuit. They've done probably a half to 3/4 of a mile, so time is running out. But Angelelli sees the red and black Crawford in his mirror, and he is not letting up either. There's still a long way to go, Dorsey. These machines have...
a little puff of smoke out of the back of the 10 there.
These machines have been through a lot, and that's what I was just getting ready to say. They still have to live for another mile around this racetrack.
We've seen it before. How many times have we seen it before the last laps? Things can happen. I saw that little wisp of smoke. I don't know, it might have been just a little bit of a locked tire, not under braking, but the car looks healthy now. This is the last time up to the banking, and it's all over with when they get around turn 4.
Well, it's not over until it's over, but time, like we said, is running out, and it's running out quickly. Last year in the 2 events, The SunTrust car led only 18 laps. They have led many more than that today, and they will lead the only one that matters as the checkered flag falls on Max Angelelli, Wayne Taylor, and the number 10 SunTrust. 2 for 2 this year. They've won the Super Bowl, they won the Rolex in Daytona, and they've won yet again. And the finishing order is just like it was at the Rolex, Dorsey.
Great job for those guys. That was Max Crawford. He's happy. His boys did a good job. There's a GT winner.
Andy Lally, your GT leader, as you just said, Dorsey. Those guys have some celebrating to do too. Wayne Taylor, handshakes all around. Second place in GP, that's your 36 car in GT. Popst and Levitas, they will finish second to last year's SGS champions. Max Angelelli celebrating, and it looks like he finally is going to take a breath. I saw him breathe. He probably didn't take a breath for the last few laps. The celebration is yet to come. Stick around. And anything certainly possible today for the boys in the 10 car. Wayne Taylor and Max Angelelli. Calvin, there's going to be a party in Miami tonight.
There certainly is, and Max Angelelli, 2 in a row. Great day for you. A lot of pressure there at the end with Butch coming up strong. You had to open the door in traffic. You had to be patient at the same time.
Was really difficult at the end. I gave everything I had. It maybe looks like I was managed nothing. I had nothing else. Under 10%, nothing else.
The good news is last week or last race at Daytona, you crashed coming into victory lane. You managed to keep it clean this week.
Was difficult, I tell you. Really tough. Thanks.
Looks like it's going to be a great season though, Max. So much competition week in, week out. It's going to be great.
I have the best car. It's easy. Anybody can do it.
All right, Max, well done. Let's get over to Chris Neville.
Calvin down here with last year's SGS champions. You guys moved right into the GT class, grabbed the round 2 win. Make it look easy. We thought this was going to be a big battle out here, but you guys really did it on pit strategy.
Yeah, it was. You know, it still was a big battle. The TPC guys, the Milner guys, 73, all those guys are coming hard, and we know it's going to be a battle for the rest of the year. But I got to thank the Racers Group car. They did a super job. Mark gave me an awesome car when I rolled out of pit lane. The grip was just right where we needed it. The balance was good, and I couldn't ask for much better than that.
Deep competition in GT this year, but these guys make it look easy. Ryan?
Well, the battle has continued from last year throughout, whether it was DP or GT. As you look at Daytona prototype results, Taylor and Angelelli on top. A great run by Leitzinger and EFR, almost claiming the victory, but almost doesn't count. Bergmeister and Pappas there in third. Look back down through the field. Andy Wallace, a great run back to ninth. Problems for Chad McQueen back in 25th, and we saw Justin Pruskowski with his problem early on. Calvin, you've got Butch Leitzinger.
Well, a great day for the 4 squad. EFR comes over to congratulate Butch, and Butch, you put the pressure on Max, but it just wasn't there at the end. Looks like he had a little bit more handling through the infield.
Yeah, I missed the setup a little bit with the going to the temperature change, and so we just didn't quite have it. You know, a couple times we tried a couple opportunistic moves, but it didn't quite work. But I'm very happy for the team. You know, this is our, I don't know, however many podium in a row. And, you know, they just keep coming back. So, you know, we'll be there next week, too.
Great job. 2 runner-up finishes in a row for this team. Brian?
Well, 2 runner-up finishes. They don't want runner-up. They want wins. But you take a look at the Pontiac race-changing performance, and there it is right there. Max Angelelli and Wayne Taylor are your Grand Prix of Miami winners. And I think Max said, it's easy. I've got the best car. It's easy. Anyone can do it. I don't know. It didn't look easy to me, Dorsey.
He was actually driving over zealously, I believe. That's what did it.
Another Dorseyism, overzealously. SunTrust biggest movers, the Improve Your Position Award in Daytona prototypes. Krone Racing and TRG from 20th at the start to 4th at the finish, 16 positions. And down in GT, you'll look at the Synergy Racing of 81 from 24th at the start to 8th at the finish, another 16 places. A great job by that driver combination, May Van Wyck and David Murray in the 81 car. As you look at GT results, Bunting and Lally take the win over Levitas and Popes. That's the way it was last year in SGS. Another TPC car in third, David Murray, Craig Stanton in fourth, Keane and Friedman. What a great job those 2 guys did back in fifth. Davis and Tapple, they led early on and had their problems. And PTG, you see Justin Marks, Tom Milner back there further down the field. As we look through the rest of the GT field, Colin Brown and Brad Coleman, a great job by the 16-year-olds, but they had a problem. They ran into trouble. Daytona prototypes, explosive you could call it, Dorsey. Your thoughts today?
No better than this. A lot of new cars, a lot of new drivers are getting it figured out, and this is great, great racing.
Well, we talked about it. From one coast to the next, we'll be at California Motor Speedway next. in April. Don't go anywhere. This is the kind of competition we saw today. This is what we're going to see all year long.